The road stretches ahead like a ribbon of possibility, shimmering under the fading light of a dying sun. No signs mark the way, no instructions guide the path, only the whisper of tires on asphalt and the wind brushing against your face, reminding you that the world has no leash strong enough to hold a free soul. In this moment you are untethered. You are not bound by schedules, by expectations, by the weight of a life drawn in boxes and lines. You are only here. You are only now. There's a strange kind of liberation in leaving everything behind. The city's hum, the endless scrolling, the responsibilities that pile like bricks on your chest. Everything falls away when you cross that threshold. You trade the known for the unknown, the routine for the rhythm of your own heartbeat. And in that trade you discover a truth that the world rarely teaches. Freedom is not given. It is claimed. It is wrested from fear, from comfort, from the invisible chains we accept without notice. Every mile becomes a meditation. Every curve in the road a question posed to your soul. Who am I when nothing is expected of me? Who am I when no one is watching? And slowly, the answers unfold in fragments. The glint of sunlight on a distant peak, the smell of rain on dry earth, the sound of a river cutting through a valley like a silver thread. These moments are not destinations. They are proof. Proof that life is meant to be felt, not measured. And yet the road is never empty. Shadows follow, reminders of who you were, of who you could become. Regret flickers in the corners of your mind, but you do not stop. You cannot. Stopping would be surrendering. And surrender is the language of those who forget that the journey itself is the only home worth knowing. You drive not to escape, but to arrive. Arrive at yourself in ways the world cannot force, cannot name, cannot contain. The nights are the hardest. Darkness drapes over everything like a velvet curtain, swallowing the landscape. Headlights carve slices into the black, temporary revelations of what lies just ahead. And in those hours when the world sleeps and only your engine hums, you confront your own quiet. The silence is immense, almost unbearable, yet it is here that you hear the softest truth, that mastery is an illusion. Maps are lies. The only authority is the courage to keep moving, to keep seeking, to keep asking the questions no one else dares to ask. Morning comes slowly, brushing the horizon with strokes of gold and pink. You watch it bleed into the sky, and a strange warmth fills your chest. Every day is a gift, every mile a testament to choice. You are no longer measured by paychecks or accolades. You are measured by the breadth of your gaze, by the courage of your steps, by the willingness to keep moving when everything in you says to stop. The road is a mirror. It reflects not just the landscape, but the contours of your own soul. You meet strangers along the way. They are fleeting, passing shapes of humanity. Smiles, brief conversations, shared meals at a roadside diner where coffee tastes like freedom. They do not know your story, nor do they need to. Their presence reminds you that life is shared, even in solitude. That every person, every encounter, every fleeting connection is a thread in the tapestry of existence. And you learn to treasure these threads not as anchors, but as reminders that even in your independence you are never truly alone. Mountains rise ahead, ancient and unyielding. You drive toward them, feeling the pull of their silence, their majesty. The higher you climb, the smaller the world seems. Cities shrink, problems fade, deadlines dissolve into nothingness. In this ascent you realize that control is a myth. You cannot command the weather, the terrain, the twists of fate. You can only navigate. You can only respond. And in this response you find your power. Not in domination, but in adaptation, in resilience, in the willingness to face the unknown with eyes wide open and heart unguarded. The road tests you. Tires slip on wet asphalt, engines sputter, storms roll in without warning. But each obstacle is a lesson, each challenge a teacher. Fear is no longer a jailer. It is a compass pointing you toward growth. You learn to trust not the maps you were given, but the instincts you carry within, to feel, to sense, to anticipate, to let the road speak to you, rather than imposing your will upon it. The journey becomes a dialogue, a dance between the self and the world, a rhythm of give and take, of surrender and command, of courage and humility intertwined. Night falls again, but now it is different. It is no longer intimidating. It is a companion. Stars spill across the sky like scattered lanterns, each one a reminder of infinity, of possibility. You stop at the edge of a canyon, the wind carrying the scent of sage and pine. You sit, legs dangling over stone, and breathe. You remember the world you left behind, the rules, the schedules, the endless noise. And for the first time in years you feel light, unburdened, complete. Not because you have arrived anywhere, but because you have embraced the journey without expectation, without attachment, without fear. The truth you have discovered is simple and brutal. There are no masters, no maps, no final destinations. There is only motion. There is only choice. There is only the road stretching endlessly, promising nothing and offering everything. Every sunrise is an invitation. Every mile is a question, and every turn is a possibility. To stop would be to betray the self that dared to dream bigger, to wander farther, to embrace the chaos and beauty of life unfettered. And so you drive. You drive into the night, into the dawn, into the unknown. You drive because it is who you are. Because freedom cannot be asked for. It must be lived. Because the world may offer maps and masters, but you answer only to the pulse of your own heart, the rhythm of your own soul, the voice that whispers, go. Go further. Go higher, go deeper. And in this endless motion you finally understand. The road is not a path to be conquered. It is a life to be experienced. And in experiencing it fully, without maps, without masters, without fear, you have arrived exactly where you were always meant to be, at home within yourself.